Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. There's some at least one or two good bullish sectors going on in this market, but a lot of people often ask us, what are the best candlestick signals? What are the best candlestick patterns? And those are easy to point out. For example, we always say observe the obvious. The market Dow turned around when we had the bearish harami starting the downtrend, telling you the buying had stopped. But these are the patterns. Look what happened after a bounce right here. This is what is called a bearish J-hook pattern, where it comes up and does a J-hook to the downside. And how was it instigated? This is where you utilize the candlestick signals to identify or kind of confirm what the patterns are going to be. So the bearish kicker signal told us we had a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. These provide two great advantages. One, it identifies high probability expected results. Human nature works the same way time after time. And secondly, it gets you mentally prepared to know exactly what to do about being in long positions, going short, and when to cover short positions. However, notice what's happening down here. This was a bearish harami, a candlestick signal. This was a bearish kicker signal. This bullish signal is not a signal. I'm sorry, I should have said this bullish day is not a signal. It's not a bullish engulfing signal, and it's not a bullish harami. It's an up day and a downtrend. Why is this relevant? Remember, the Japanese rice traders have had 400 years to identify which formations are signals and which aren't signals. So the fact that they have not told us that this was some sort of signal should have the implication that if this is not a reversal signal, or if this was a reversal signal, the Japanese rice traders would have identified for us, told us what it was and what the results would be. This is just an up day and a downtrend. So notice what we can see happening right now in the Dow. They came up without a bullish signal, which usually implies that your move to the upside is not going to be as resilient or as powerful as if this had been a candlestick reversal signal. Now you can see what's happened. We're trading back below the T line. So what can we expect from here? Whoops. There was wave 1, there was wave 2, there was wave 3 of your bearish J-hook pattern. Now what are we looking at? Wave 1, wave 2, now look for wave 3 again to the downside. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 of your bearish J-hook pattern. On the NASDAQ did a bearish kicker signal heading back down. Now we have wave 1, wave 2, and notice how wave 3 started in the NASDAQ with your doji gap down, your bearish best friend, a strong implication. There's going to be more downside. So as a candlestick investor, what can we assume? That we've got another strong wave to the downside. Remember, human nature moves prices in waves. Candlestick analysis is merely the graphic depiction of what those waves are going to be. So, is there any bullish charts in this market? Yes. 2+2 analysis. If crude oil is starting back up, where it showed buy signals right here at the bottom of this trend channel, what's expected? The crude oil sector would be moving back up. So what do we want to find if we're seeing a reversal in a sector? We want to find the strongest reversal signals. Notice the morning star signal on our recommendation of WTI. And what was an additional factor? The fact that they did it right smack dab off the 200-day moving average. puts you in the right direction at the right time. So if crude oil prices are moving up, you can identify that they're starting to buy the crude oil stocks. That puts you in a strong sector. Now, was this an aberration or just a maverick? No, if you can see that all the other stocks in that sector were being bought, that's pretty good confirmation that the big money is buying that sector across the board. We're just looking for the strongest reversal signals. So would we be buying crude oil stocks right now? No, we'd be holding and waiting to see if it's time to take profits. However, there are other sectors like the transportation stocks. You can see the left-right combo on TNP, one of the transportation stocks. Left-right combo is merely a bullish engulfing after a doji, especially down here in the oversold area, right smack dab at the 200-day moving average and closing above the T-line. This makes for a very high probable trade if it opens positive. You've got other stocks in that sector that are also confirming. So this is one of your strongest candlestick reversal signals. Whenever you see a left-right combo, there's very strong expectations on confirmation that you're going to be in an uptrend. But right now, with the markets showing another bearish signal, closing below the T-line on the NASDAQ, closing below the T-line on the Dow, anticipating more downside, the logic says we want to find the stocks that also have the strongest down moves. Look at our bearish best friends on CYNA. What's that tell us? This level didn't hold. We had a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Now what do we have? Wave 1, wave 2, going into wave 3. Just an extremely high probability setup, knowing what investor sentiment normally does. Wave 1, wave 2, bearish kicker signal starting wave 3 on Wayfair. Now look what's happening right here. Right at the T-line, another bearish J-hook pattern starting with a bearish flutter kicker signal. Again, one of your strongest reversal signals, giving you much better probabilities that wave 3 is going to start to the downside. So if you were short, may have covered your short position, but now this is telling you can probably re-short. What's even more better to be short is the T-line rule, where they can't really close above the T-line. All you have to do is stay short until you see that candlestick buy signal and close above the T-line. The best candlestick signals and patterns allow you to take advantage not only of high probability trades, but being mentally prepared for expecting those high probability trades, knowing exactly what to be doing at those times to enter the trade and what should not happen that would allow you to close out that trade immediately. So we always put out this offer. Join us in our chat rooms. Email Abraham@candlestickforum.com. Tell them you want to try our 2-week free trial. The advantage of our chat rooms are we've got 150, 200 people in there every day looking for the same strong signals and patterns. And we've got some very good traders in there. This does two things for somebody learning candlestick analysis. It speeds up their identifying the strong signals and patterns and allows them to learn why those signals and patterns work more expeditiously by asking questions in the chat rooms. So come join us. There is nothing magical about candlestick analysis. It's just merely learning what investor sentiment does time after time, which was identified by the Japanese rice traders. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.